Hi everybody, welcome. Today we're making a delicious creamy beef and broccoli macaroni dish. So I had a lot of broccoli in the fridge, so I thought what better than making a lovely pasta dish. So I have a whole box of macaroni here, the small kind that I'll be cooking in a separate pot with some salted water. About a pound of beef that I've sliced. I believe this is tender chuck, that's the cut. I've sliced thin right here, washed and cleaned. I'm using two kinds of cheeses, some cheesy, delicious mozzarella and some sharp cheddar. Now for a sauce, I'm using about a cup of whole milk, some white flour, half of a white onion that I've diced small, and lots of broccoli. So that's about, I'd say 3, maybe even 4 cups. But this cooks down a bit, so don't worry about it. So we're now going to start with 2 pots, one to cook our macaroni, the other is where you'll be making your entire dish. So we're going to start by first getting our macaroni cooked. A big pot of boiling water along with some salt. You always want to salt your pasta or macaroni because that makes a huge difference to the dish. Even though your sauce and broccoli is salted, you can actually taste unsalted pasta or macaroni. Give it a good stir and cook it uncovered according to the directions of the box. Now here in a larger pot, I have some olive oil that's heating. I'm going to add the onions. I'm going to brown these for a couple of minutes. I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to get the onions brown before we add our beef. Onions are cooking well in this pot and my pasta is cooking there. I'm going to add the beef. You want to cook your beef down nicely. Some pepper. Beef is usually tender, and make sure you use a tender cup too. So I'm really trying to brown this on high heat, making sure everything is touching the pan and browning really well. Just takes a few minutes to get it because I've sliced it pretty thin, so it should cook fast. Now I don't mind my beef medium or medium well done, but if you like it really cooked, you might want to cook it longer. I am going to add the broccoli. We're adding the broccoli. It's a lot of broccoli, but we're going to cook it down. Season it with some salt and some pepper. I'm going to cook this down for about 3-4 minutes till the broccoli is almost cooked and but still has a crunch. So my macaroni just got done. I have strained it but left a little bit of the water at the bottom because I need that starch to thicken my sauce here. And on this spot, my broccoli is cooked but 80% of the way through, but still crunchy. So I'm going to move this into a bowl, just setting it aside. Let's just empty the pot here. The last few pieces. that off. Now in the same pot, we're going to add a little more oil, some butter if you have any, and we're going to start making our roux here, which is nothing but flour cooked in oil or butter or any kind of fat. It is a French word and it is essentially used as a thickening agent for curries or sauces. So to that, add the flour that we had and keep stirring on medium heat. More flour. So the more flour you add, the thicker the sauce. Now if you want your sauce whiter, you don't cook the flour down too much, but there are different stages of the roux, and the more you cook it, the browner it gets. So if you want a nice brown sauce, you want to keep cooking it till the desired color. Use a whisk because that's so much easier than using a spoon. Now to this, I'm going to add the milk that I've set aside, which is actually a little warm. I've warmed it in the microwave. Adding cold, fridge cold milk can thicken the flour immediately. So bring it to a gentle simmer. Let's season this a little bit with some salt and pepper. You can see the milk thickening. At this point, lower your heat and add whatever cheese you have, any kind. This is the mozzarella. I also have sharp cheddar. So two different kinds here. Mozzarella is creamy and with a bit much lighter flavor. The sharp cheddar is yellow and it has a stronger flavor. Thickening up really fast. I'm going to add a little more milk. My kids are going to love me for this. Anything with cheese in it. Pepper for seasoning. Break that up. Okay, into this, I'm adding the macaroni. Give it a good stir. And now all of the beef and the broccoli. So this is heavy on beef and broccoli, and so it's healthier than having just mostly macaroni or pasta. Now if you think this is too thick, you can still add milk. I'm going to add just a little bit to loosen it up. All that stringiness from the mozzarella. I'm going to grate a little more cheddar in here. Cheddar has a nice strong flavor and goes well with the creaminess of the sauce. So at this point I've turned off my heat. Just continue stirring. The residual heat will melt the cheese. And you will see specks of yellow cheddar here and there. taste for salt. So we've stirred it well, and now we're ready to plate. Delicious and creamy. It's not rich at all. Spoon some of that broccoli and beef on top. And your dinner is ready. As a final touch, some more mozzarella. And this is optional, but that will just melt into it. Make it delicious, especially for your kids. I hope you enjoy it. Cheesy beef and broccoli macaroni. Definitely try it and enjoy it.